Okay, I'm with John Ryder here for Title Sports Network. John, it's a pleasure to speak to you. First time since your retirement. It felt like you were in boxing for such a long time. Now, for the first time, you're a retired man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying not so much sitting my feet up. I'm still very active in the gym and keeping up with the younger fighters and holding the pads. Not so much as I'm on the runs now, but yeah, just with them day in, day out in the gym, helping Tony Sims and assisting him. But yeah, there's been no real stop period. It's been from the ring to the gym. So it's been good.
How's the last couple of months been? How's the family, everything like that?
Yeah, they're good. I don't think they've seen me any more than they did before. Yeah. Probably less now, but
oh, really?
It's good to be around. Yeah, I mean, I'm longer hours in the gym now. I mean, before it was just look after me and do my training and get home. Now it's training others and the hours man up. But it's good. It's keeping me busy. It's keeping my mind active and it's keeping me happy.
Yeah, I suppose that's the main thing. A lot of fighters specifically, but just sportsmen in general, they kind of struggle when they hang up the gloves or the boots, whatever sport it is, because they've been doing that one thing for so long.
Yeah, of course. And listen, it's trying to break that routine now and find a new routine. And like I said before, it's never really had to keep fit before. It's always just been with a goal in mind of staying fit and staying fight ready. But now it's about getting fit again and maintaining a healthy lifestyle.
That's exciting because I know Matchroom, Tony Sims, that gym always has young fighters coming through. Obviously knows Maisie, just loads of different fighters really. But yeah, it'll be good for you to be able to move up the ranks as a coach because of the young fighters that are going to be coming through. I'm sure they'll be on big shows in the next few years. So I guess that's your next project.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's good to be with the young fighters now and just passing bits of knowledge on and a new eye on it, I suppose. And yeah, it's so far so good.
Okay, let's get into things then. Obviously, we're here to talk things with Canelo, with Jaime Munguia. That fight goes down this weekend. A lot's been happening in the last 48 hours with Oscar and Canelo as well. You've obviously been in there, your last two fights as a pro, well, with these two guys who are going to be fighting on Saturday as well. So what do you make of this fight, John?
Listen, it's a good fight. It's a natural progression. Obviously, Jaime Munguia done a good job on me. And with the Benavidez fight not being there for Canelo and him wanting to go an alternative route, then I think this is a good fight. I think it keeps the Mexican fans happy and it keeps boxing fans happy. Jaime's put himself in a good position beating me. He was very tired with they've been seeing regardless. And it's a natural fight. And I think a fight there, Mexican fans be gutted they did get Benavidez Canelo, but I don't think they can feel too shortchanged with getting Munguia against Canelo.
What do you think Jaime Munguia's best assets are? You've been in there with obviously both, but how do you think, if at all, he can get past that man?
Well, he's got an unbelievable engine on him. His output is high output, fast hands, and a great engine. But Canelo's got a superior boxing skill, boxing brain. His evasiveness, his skill, his patience, and his ring crafts are second to none.
You were stopped by Munguia, but not by the pound-for-pound many consider number one. Did you consider there to be a power difference at all?
No, let's be fair and say it is. I mean, the same version of me that boxed Canelo wasn't the same version that boxed Munguia. The Canelo fight took a lot out of me. Whether I think not at the time and think I'm still good and still got it, the fire's still burning, and I felt that way. But yeah. I mean, you get to fight night and you realise that you're in the third and fourth round and it's just not, you're calling on those reserves and they're just not there. So it's not that I got old overnight, but I think the prolonged period out of the ring probably played a part.
Yeah. Where do you think Canelo can get success then in this fight? Obviously, we know where he's good, but specifically for Jaime, how does he get this done? He hasn't stopped anyone for a while now.
I think Canelo he turns on when he wants to. I think he takes things seriously at times, and he's changed camp up a bit. He's moved his camp now, and he's more at altitude and whatnot. He's seen the change he needs to make, and he's adopted them. listen, I think Munguia will have some early success. I think he'll probably be 3 or 4 rounds ahead, but I think Canelo, with his patience and his ring craft and his ring leadership, he'll come into it the second half, and I could see him potentially winning between 9 to 12 or 1 points.
Oh, so you think this could be the one we see Canelo get a stoppage in?
Yeah, definitely. I think he could force it. But again, I think if he gets a good lead, I don't think he's one that goes hunting for it. I think he'd just be content to get the rounds out and get his hand raised.
How long do you think Canelo has left? Because he's been the guy for a while now that, let's be real, I feel like he can pick a lot of his opponents because he is the man, right? He can choose who he wants to fight, which is fair enough because he's the biggest star in boxing to a lot of people. A lot of people wanted him to fight David Benavidez. A lot of people wanted to fight Crawford, and then how the weights will work for that one. But
yeah,
is Munguia the hardest fight for him? Probably not. Is this kind of the tail end of his career now? What do you think? How long do you feel like he should have left in this game?
Yeah, I think we've definitely got to see this as the tail end of his career. I think his aspirations at light heavyweight have got to be out the window now. We can't see him getting the rematch on with Bivol, and obviously him looking to take care of action with Beterbiev next month. I think it's I think that ship has sailed, but there's still plenty of fights from the super middleweight division. There's plenty of middleweights willing to come up, even in light middleweights, and Terence Crawford. I think the fans would be gutted not to see him fight Benavidez, but I do see his reasons behind not fighting Benavidez. He's huge, and listen, how he makes 168, I'll never know. But when fight night comes about, he's not going to be nowhere near that 168 limit. He's going to be more like a 200-pounder, maybe even more. So I get why he's reluctant to call a fight with Benavidez, but I think, like I say, I don't think you're being too shortchanged with the Munguia fight.
No, I agree with you. I think it's still a great fight. With that being said, do you think Benavidez would win?
No, I mean, listen, stars make fights, and Canelo has proved it time and time again that he can churn out his results against bigger guys. He's done it with Kovalev. I mean, he's done it with Chavez Jr. But I mean, Bivol's just a step too far, probably too young, too fresh, too elusive. And I mean, listen, these are tough fights, and I think the weight is what gets the better of him at times. But that's why I think there's no sense in fighting Benavidez. But listen, he's been an unbelievable fighter, unbelievable, well, bit of a revolutionary for the sport. Really, he's kept it going at times in the quiet times over the last few years. So we've got to take our hats off to him.
100%. It's me as a boxing fan who gets excited for the ones like Terence Crawford, but as you just mentioned, with him getting down to 168 and Crawford coming up, is this just a step too far to even imagine this fight possible? Because I'm sure he's doing the same, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, you look at Terence Crawford, 10 years ago now, he was fighting Ricky Burns for a world lightweight title. Now he's up to welterweight and he's moving on to light middleweight. I mean, it's not out of the question. People have done it before. But I think timing is now for that fight to happen. I think if we need to see Canelo at or near his best, then it needs to be the next year or so.
Yeah, the thing, when you mention him bulking up after making that weight as well, on the actual night, you'd imagine the size difference even bigger than that. So I don't know. Yeah. I want to see it though.
Oh, of course. And listen, Terence Crawford is an unbelievable talent as well. I mean, we're talking about 2 generational greats there. So I mean, to see it would be, it's the stuff of Canelo against Golovkin, Canelo against all the superstars, the Mosleys. Yeah, I mean, that's the caliber of this fight.
All of these guys, yeah, even the Mayweather fight, obviously Crawford's not at that level.
Oh, of course, yeah.
You can compare it to all of these top guys.
Yeah, I mean, for me, for Canelo Cotto, it was like a who's who. Do you know what I mean? But they're probably the two of the best fighters in the past 15 years. I mean, so to see them facing off against each other is crazy.
Yeah. We were mentioning weight issues a while ago, and that kind of ish moves us onto the Ryan Garcia thing. Obviously, we saw him miss weight. We saw him put on one of the best performances I've ever seen, shocked the world. And And now today or earlier on last night in America, Dan Rafael broke the news that Ryan Garcia had tested positive on I think the day before and the day after the fight, which was shocking.
Yeah, I mean, he shocked the world twice, didn't he? Shocked him with the win. And he shocked us again with the result. I mean, it's just a shame. I'd say let it run its course. I mean, we've seen some of these results go a bit strange before. It's not the first and won't be the last, but listen, it's a real shame if he's done that knowingly and then beaten Devin Haney, because Haney is a great fighter. And listen, who knows what lasting impact that'll have on Devin Haney? Not necessarily physically, but mentally. He's been beat now. He's not the force that once was in his mind. So, I mean, there's lots of ramifications of that. And listen, hopefully in due time we'll find out what's what.
Yeah, agreed. The thing is, for me, that really doesn't help his case. You can always say, you know what, guilty until innocent until proven guilty, or whatever the quote is. But the fact that he missed weight by 3 pounds, it's like, I want to help you. I want to like you.
Yeah.
But you've already kind of cheated. So it's difficult to kind of be team Ryan Garcia when he misses weight by that much as well.
Oh, of course, yeah. It's like he's not even really tried, has he, to be fair? Then he gets on the scales and sips down a beer. Listen, each to their own. And then you hear about a $2 million bet on himself. It's like crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Okay, I'm going to end off quickly. I've got one question after this, but just a quick fire.
Yep.
So you kind of answer in one sentence if you like, and we're going to go through 5 or 6 of these. So quick fire. Who wins on this weekend? Canelo versus Munguia.
Canelo.
How?
I'm going to go points.
What's Canelo's best attribute?
Ring IQ.
Jaime Munguia's best attribute.
His engine.
If Munguia was to win, how would that be?
If Munguia's to win, it would be on points. And listen, don't write out the points. He's gets off to a good start. And listen, if he gets off to a good start, it could be hard for Canelo to catch up, but I'd favour Canelo.
How many fights has Canelo got left?
As many as he wants.
I was looking for a number.
No, I mean, I'd like to see him go out on top, whether that be 3, 4, or 5 fights. I think he's made enough money to secure him, his kids, and the kids after that, which is unbelievable in this day and age. As long as he's happy, as long as he's healthy, may continue as long as he wishes.
Last question, bit of a deep one. You ready?
Yep, I think so.
What's your proudest achievement as a boxer? 37 wins, 7 losses. Could have had more wins on different nights with different judges, but what was your proudest achievement, John?
Bouncing back from the low nights of defeats. I've had great nights in Guadalajara. I didn't even win. Do you know what I mean? Fantastic to travel the world of boxing, meeting the best people. But the highlight is bouncing back when people think he's done, he's finished, and then you come back and you shock people. And then you go on and you have an Indian summer, as they call it. Yeah, I think that's it for me.